Kensington is a diverse, multi-ethnic neighborhood with seemingly incongruent groups existing side by side. A critical analysis of culture is the way that people participate in or resist society's structure. Activism is a major aspect of Kensington Market. Values from a wide range of persecuted immigrants, conscious artists, and religious people contribute to the social consciousness alive here. Posters, public art, parades, art crime, protests, boycotts of unwanted corporations that move into the area are all ways that people communicate their activism within the market. The common thread of Kensington's culture intersects merchant vendors, immigrants, and creative artistry. The market is a living, breathing contrast to the dehumanizing technological imperative within intercultural communication, as described by one local business owner.
Okay. Kensington is here is where you find everything. It's like instead of going around the world, come to Kensington. It's like logging on. Everything's right here, you know?
Yeah.
One of a kind. You never find nothing else like in Toronto like this.
True.
Best place to be, multicultural and lovable.
Immigrants from Britain, Ireland, Scotland, Eastern Europe, Italy, the Ukraine, Hungary, Portugal, Caribbean, West Indies, East Asia, Vietnam, China, South and Central America, Somalia, Ethiopia, Sudan, Iran, Japan, Poland, Egypt, Tibet have all been or are represented here. Before 1787, the land of Toronto belonged to the Mississauga Native people.
Amar e saber a quem, amar a luz dos teus olhos, não amar a mais ninguém. Amar e saber amar, amar e saber a quem, amar a luz dos teus olhos, não amar a mais ninguém. Ai, ai,
siempre hay cuatro esquinas, pero entre esquina y esquina siempre habrá lo mismo. Para mí no existe cielo, ni luna, ni estrella. Para mí no alumbra el sol.
The market began early in the 1900s when the first Jewish immigrants sold their wares from pushcarts and horse-drawn wagons. The Jewish merchant created an almost self-sufficient village by adding storefronts to the first floors of their homes. For years, Kensington was called the Jewish market. Some symbols from this time are still evident. In the 1940s, many black organizations allied themselves with Jewish groups to strengthen unions and social causes.
no time to pretend. Rasta got greater love for my people, and some paletal love for my people. Yo, container a love for my people. Don't study no evil. Rasta got genuine love for my people, and some brotherly love for my people. Yo, some sisterly love for my people. Don't study no evil.
In the 1960s, Toronto went through an urban redevelopment phase. Kensington Market was at risk of being turned into blocks of apartment-style housing. It was a lecturer in politics and urban affairs at Ryerson University who strongly opposed the restructuring. His name was David Crombie. You don't have to go far to imagine how Kensington would look if this had happened. Across from the market, bordering Dundas Street West, is Alexandra Park, aka the PO. One of the most interesting groups from the PO are Scotians.
Nova Scotia.
The area is low-income housing and has been known as an area where youth are targeted by police. The contrast of block housing makes the experience standing in Kensington Market that much more vibrant. Could you imagine how much liveliness and culture we would have missed? Heterogeneity works in the market, negotiating relationships with a multitude of ethnic groups and lifestyles. Diversity creates the cohesiveness of Kensington Market's vibe. But how do the seemingly incongruent groups work in harmony? The shared and learned patterns of beliefs and perceptions in the market that are mutually intelligible and widely accessible is merchant, vendor, immigrant, and creative artisan culture and concerns.
There are always problems with with things like drugs, and although it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still a concern around this area. But for the most part, I think the area is continuously up and coming. It's becoming very trendy, and I can honestly say that it looks like this will be Yorkville #2 eventually.
Okay. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Sorry.
My name's Sid.
Sid? I'm Laura. Thank you very much. I know when I came to Canada, like 20 years ago, my family will only shop here.
You're kidding me.
Like it's the place. So lots of food. We can talk. Thank you. The other street.
Kensington's a kind of alternative area. It's an accepting area. I mean, in our area we have a lot to deal with. We have a lot of problems with crack. There's prostitution. There's the things that sort of are tied together with the city situation. There's a lot of marginalized people, mental health issues. All those things are here, but in the sort of colorful array of people that make up this market, it makes it interesting.
Of course.
More love to the youth, create more jobs and build up more schools. Golden rule, show more love to the youth, create more jobs and build up more schools. Woo! The music is their only enjoyment because there's not enough employment. The music is their only enjoyment because there's not enough employment. Education, we need a lot in the community. African teaching, do not got that in the community. Everyday Babylon fire shot in the community. Why the world leaders fighting the black community? Striving for progress, what them want stop the community. Since long time them want flap the community. Me use the night of singing music, rock the community. Crime and violence for stopping the community. Nation without its culture shall fade away. Crime and violence it not pave no way. It only make the people.
Kensington Market, the heart of Toronto, Canada, is a natural historic site. Parks Canada describes the market as a microcosm of Canada's ethnic mosaic.
Sizzler Kalanji, Collybuds,
You know,
Collabo Extraordinaire. We're living in serious times. Watch out.
oh, it's a mad world that we're living in. Gotta keep your heads up high, you can't be giving in. Don't you let one day go by without praising the Most High. Cause it's the only way we ever will survive. It's a mad world that we're living in. What's wrong with us? Gotta keep your heads up high, you can't be giving in. Don't you let one day go by without praising the Most High. Cause it's the only way we ever will survive.
Tough life, no crime, youth them had a hard time. No guides, no sign, walking on a thin line. Sentence, no trial, victim of a profile. No hope, more fight, wonder why we hostile. False profit, make profit, focused on their pocket. White collar, false docket, door hoping can't lock it. Politics, politics, equal economic tricks. Death toll rising, says commercializing.